I'm Ika. Nice to
Okay.
meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, Rika.
I was listening to your preview of Halcyon earlier, and just it's right up on my alley. So I'm excited to talk to you guys. Let's start with something simple. So I have to know what's in the name. So why Kingfisher, and why did you decide to drop the E?
Naming
Take
a
it away.
band is the hardest thing we've ever had to do.
Yep.
Ever. Took us 2 months, 3 months, maybe
Longer.
5 months,
6 months.
6 months. Yeah. Do you
Um,
want to take it from here, Eddie? It was,
yeah, we had basically given up. Naming a band is impossible because they all sound really stupid. Like the Killers, stupid name until you're like a massive band. So we were like worried about what we're going to say and blah 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 and what it would mean, and like it's a big thing. So eventually we gave up, and my sister, whose house I'm actually in right now, she was like, "Why don't you just name it Kingfisher?" Because I grew up rowing competitively, like rowing boats and stuff, and like wooden boats. And behind our house there was like a rivers and stuff, and you'd always see kingfishers, the birds, like going up and down. I just thought it was a cool symbol, and we had to drop the E because we were gonna be sued apparently by beer. There's a beer company. Is it like an Indian beer company,
yeah.
Kingfisher? There's like a construction company. They make plungers.
Toothpaste.
So there's lots of stuff and our person who was working with us, our lawyer, was like, "Look, at guys, if you don't want to end up in court for stealing someone's name or blah blah blah, it's beyond our pay grade. We just dropped the E." And then everyone's like, "Oh, so cool," but it's not cool. We just didn't want to get sued.
Okay. You said that the kingfisher, like the bird, it's a symbol. So what does it symbolize? What's it a symbol for?
Um, well, it's analogous to a lot of things. Like I think it's seen in Ireland as a kind of a rarity in a bird. And it's quite like we have even stamps and stuff in Ireland that are based on kingfishers. But I know they exist in lots of different places. In fact, that's the album name itself, Halcyon, um, comes from. There's a couple of meanings for it. Firstly, it's like an idyllic time in the past, so days gone by. Secondly, it's part of Greek mythology. Um, so it's a bird that calms storms, I guess. And it's not explicitly stated it's a kingfisher, but the other meaning is that it's actually a breed of kingfisher. In Africa, there's a breed of kingfisher called the Halcyon. Um, so I guess it symbolizes all of that stuff and probably a bit more. Also, just looks cool, you know. So
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. I'll have to do my research on, the meaning. I mean, the symbolism of kingfisher, especially interested about the Greek mythology bit. Okay, so from an relatively easy question, let's get to something a little hard. Okay, so I read your the press release from you guys, and there was a part there that jumped at me, which is basically there's been a demand for more heartfelt and authentic groups, bands, and that's you guys. You fit the bill, and I'm personally a band girl myself. I really gravitate towards bands more. Um, and well, there's a rise in AI now, artificial intelligence, and it's already in music also. Timberland even recently signed an AI artist. So
all that, yeah.
how do you guys, yeah, respond to all of these changes, especially with AI? I mean, you guys, you keep it real, you're authentic, you're good in, music, you write your own music and stuff. So how do you deal with this rising trend with AI?
Um, like I think our kind of band motto has been, "It should belong on the farm." And I think things like that, like from our perspective, like we were engineers, we were computer engineers in university, so we studied a bit of that. So it's not like I don't know, like I'm sure like all every new tech leap in technology leads to these things. These like when the internet came around, there was the whole thing about Napster, and it was like, oh well, music is going to collapse because who's going to buy music and how's that going to work? And then even before that, it was like from CDs to digital or from tapes to CDs, and all these changes are always difficult, and transitions from platform to platform and from hardware to software and all that stuff. It can be very difficult, but it also leads to an awful lot of creativity. And I think ultimately people who accept the change and accept the leaps in technology end up in a better place. So who knows? Like AI is not in our wheelhouse, really, to be honest. So I guess that's for other people to think about and decide. We'll just focus on making music that we really love. And, if we make it to album 7 and we decide that we want to go full AI and digitize ourselves and do that, then maybe we can. But yeah, I think it's a big question, and I'm sure lots of very smart people will answer it. But we will just continue to write our little songs and have a dance.
Any of you other guys want to add in on that, or is that pretty much how the
Um,
band stands with?
Pretty much, yeah. I feel like we also say a lot that like sincerity is quite important. Excuse my French, but the sentence used would be people can smell the bullshit quite quite easily, and I feel like with AI and stuff, like fine, there might be an ability to write a good song somewhere in AI, but for us, we feel like we're building a community, and like if we're not being sincere and stuff, people are just gonna leave and run away. And I feel like that's where AI kind of falls down a little bit in my ex or my that's the way I feel about it anyway. At least that like there's no ability there to build a community of people who believe in something and find something to be sincere and authentic and love it. So I guess what we're doing there, I don't think AI can do as well.
Oh, speaking of sincerity and authenticity, I really um love about the story about Shot in the Dark. Um, about I mean, you guys are finding out that you're all engineers, and this song was about ditching your day jobs to pursue music, and that's something that I personally struggle with also. So, is there any message that you would like to give to people like me, who are still in that space of, thinking of whether to quit the day job and, pursue the dream, or, you're still in that struggling in that spot.
Um, I think that's probably the testament to the band. Or that's the thing of the band that has resonated the most with people is that we were never supposed to be engineers or never supposed to be musicians. We were studying to be engineers, and that was it. And we were going to do that, and then I suppose we just took a bit of a leap, and we had no idea what was going to happen. We thought we'd be back in jobs within 6 months, and that would be that. But then at least you'd know. Maybe you could. Like I would just hate to get to the end of my life and turn around and be like, God, I should have tried to do something with the music or something, or there was something worth it. I think if you really feel that you have something you need to explore, then you need to explore it, or it'll eventually eat you up inside. Like there's a lot of very unhappy people when they get older because they didn't take the chances that they should have. So, but then you can do that at any age. I don't know. I like quit your job. Don't quit your job. I have no idea. Don't take advice from us. We're idiots. But I'm just saying that this is the best decision I ever made personally. Was starting a band with two of my best friends, and who knows where it leads or what it means or whatever. We're just enjoying it so much and making tunes that we really love, and yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Speaking of tunes that you love, let's talk about your upcoming release, Halcyon. So there's a track list preview on Spotify that I got to check out. So, how did you decide which tracks to preview? and I mean, which tracks would make it to the preview. So yeah, what was your criteria for that?
One of the lads on a tip.
Good. No, I take it. Okay. I'll take it. Well, I guess we picked. So we've released like 30 singles already. So we've released quite a lot. I think the album for us at this point was like closing off or finishing this part of our story, the introductory part of it, the part that like says like who we were to begin with. So I think picking like some of the songs we'd already released, I think like Flowers Fire being the first song we ever released, and I Don't Lie, the first song we ever wrote, it felt important to have them on there. Shot in the Dark being the one of the biggest mantras behind the band, I think that was important to be on there. And then like moving into newer stuff, I guess it was kind of what we felt like further told the story to this point. So it kind of made up the track list like that. I guess it was how to tell the story in the best way possible up to this point and like finish off this chapter of our story. Yeah, so I think that was probably the most like driving factor for me in picking what went on the album and what didn't. Just telling our story, I guess, yeah.
Which tracks are you excited for your longtime fans to hear? And well, okay, give me a song which you're excited for your long time fans to hear, and one that you are excited for new fans to hear. So one track that long time fans should look out for, and one track that new fans can be excited for.
Uh, Longtime fans, School Days, I think.
Yeah.
New fans, Ways to Change.
Oh.
Ooh.
They're going to be my two selections.
Curveball.
What about the others? Yeah, do you have a particular song that you're excited to share?
I would say School Days is the perfect song for new fans. Or for old fans?
I said
What'd you
old fans. I mean, you could say new fans if you want. It's your own decision.
I would have said Shot in the Dark for any of the new fans. That kind of captures the story in one song.
Yeah, okay. I see. I see what you've done there. I see what you've done there.
I will say 21 for the newbies and School Days for the oldies.
Yeah, okay. We'll take note of that. And yeah, I'm basically a new fan, so yeah, I'll take note of your recommendations. We sort of got we mentioned about you guys coming to Manila soon. So any thoughts about that? I mean, if there's a possibility of you coming here, are you excited? I mean, what are your thoughts about it?
Oh, I'm freaking out.
The coolest. That would be the coolest thing ever.
Yes, we are manifesting to our best ability here.
Oh, please. Please. That would be so cool. I would love that so much.
Yeah, because yeah.
Do you know something we don't?
No. Do you know something I don't? But, I mean, Filipinos love music, and yeah, we are.
But we would
well,
love to come over.
Yeah.
We would love to come over. I mean, it's a dream that we get to travel around and visit places and meet people and do all these things. It's so fun to see how people from different cultures react to the music, because it's like fine in Ireland, kind of everyone is we all understand each other, and culturally we're obviously it's the same thing. But like getting to play even America and like further into Europe, Germany, and places like that, it's fun to see how it reacts. And yeah, like we would. That's the dream. We're living the dream. So it would be absolutely unbelievable to get to Manila. That would be fantastic.
And yeah, I'm sure, we'd love to have you. As I mentioned, we love music, and I kid you not, in every concert that I'm in, they always say that we Filipinos are good singers. We're like a good audience. So
I was
yeah.
just gonna say, I feel like Filipino people are gonna be way better at singing our songs than we are.
So yeah, hopefully, we'll see you guys here. So, yeah, I guess that's it for my questions. Thank you so much for carving out the time, and I'm excited to do a deep dive into your music. So
Thank you very much for
and
having me.
write about it. Yeah.
Thanks, Ika.
Thank you.
Thank you.